Hello, this is Joe.
And this is also Joe.
Alright, and those of you that are downloading it, you didn't hear the big, horrible mistake that I made by playing this once before and not recording it. So, good for you.
Yeah, congrats.
So, what's been going on with you, man, since our last drunken incursion?
Well, the day after, I sobered up. But really, not much. I mean, work, sitting around, reading nerdy stuff, playing video games. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I got you.
What have you been up to?
Well, I, the next day afterwards, had to go to work. I had to be there at 11 o'clock, so I had a decent amount of sleep still, but I was so hungover. Like, contemplated calling off work hungover.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm glad you didn't call off work. But, yeah, I know what you mean. I wasn't, super hungover, but I still had, that slight headache. I don't know, somehow, because I was, trying to race ahead of you, because apparently whatever you were drinking was stronger than what I was drinking.
Yeah, I had the whole, I had nausea, I had headache the next day. It was awful.
Yeah, I did not have that. Not at all. My day was pretty normal the next day, just slight, oh yeah, I drank last night. A lot.
Well, lucky you. Maybe you just absorb it better than I do or something. I don't know. Maybe.
What I am going to do, though, is while we're sitting here, I'm actually... It should be popping up. Oh, I just made a mistake here, so I'm going to correct my mistake.
Oh, my God. Is that all you do is make mistakes?
Yes. But my mistake doesn't actually affect anyone, because now they can see it. So now you should all be able to see the trailers that we were talking about last week, starting off with Logan, then it's going to go into Power Rangers, and then stuff like that. But I just figured I'd do that while we were getting into stuff, because I got this to work this week.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it popped up there. It's a little bit behind, but yeah, I seen it popped up there. I'm watching the stream on mute.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I have it muted, the video muted, the trailer, not us, but yeah.
Well, also I don't hear us either. But anyways, so yeah, those of you who listened last week can catch up and look at the trailer with no sound, which is kind of weird.
It would just be confusing to hear the trailer and us. I don't know.
No, it makes sense. So, last week, we both realized we were bumbling drunk messes.
Yeah. By the end, we were pretty out of sorts, let's say. But I think we had a good time. It was our first time back in quite some time, so we were just having fun with it. Now we're going to try to keep it not serious, but at least semi-organized to where we talk about stuff each week.
And the generalized point of our podcast did get across for any newcomers. We do this to have fun. We yell at each other, we scream at each other, but the whole point of it is to have a good time, and if you guys get enjoyment out of it, that's a plus.
I thought the point of the podcast was that I'm always right, and I just get to yell at you for being wrong.
I don't remember that being part of the agreement. I can roll out the fucking signed papers now.
Wait, when did I sign papers?
Yeah. Remember that New Year's party?
Hearts.
Yeah, you signed a few things.
Oh, okay. Was it whenever I fell asleep before everyone?
Yeah. It's signed officially as Too Tight.
Nice. Okay. So, yeah, let's see. So, again, last week we talked about Logan, we talked about Power Rangers, stuff like that, and we argued a lot, and then we're drunk. And we kind of talked about our favorite video games of the year.
Right.
So that's pretty much what we covered in 2.5 hours, but we were super drunk, so sorry. But anyways.
I'm not sorry.
Me either, really. I just felt like saying that. But this week, what do you want to jump on into? What do you want to talk about?
Well, first of all, I got to ask, what trailer do you have next after this Power Ranger one you have up now?
Well, the next thing that comes up is actually it is Power Rangers. Like it's the whoops, that's whatever that was. It's the Power Ranger Mega Battle game. I figured I talked about that a little bit next. Then after that, actually was the Nintendo. It's Nintendo Switch. All
right. Well, I mean that's a pretty lengthy product, so we could get started on that and go from there.
Yeah. So Nintendo Switch is Nintendo's new console. It's coming out March 3rd. We just got that information recently and got a little bit of a better look at it instead of like just the original kind of like teaser trailer that's actually going to be popping up here. Basically, it's like a portable tablet that you put into a little dock station that will let you play it up on your TV as well. But then wherever you want to leave, you can just pick up the little tablet out of the dock station and walk away, and it switches automatically over to the tablet view. And, you can kind of switch back and forth.
Yeah, and it seems to be pretty good. I've noticed a lot of complaints online that it doesn't have good graphics, and they're sitting there comparing it to like PC graphics and stuff like that. Which, okay, first of all, you compared literally any of these systems right now to PC graphics, and it's going to be falling short.
Right. Yeah, that's just because of the nature of PC and like the limitations of consoles. Like they're set hardware, they're not going to change. You can't continually upgrade them and push it. So.
Another thing I heard was somebody was complaining about the drop in I think it was frame rate or something like that from TV to no, it wasn't frame rate. You went from 1080 to 720.
Yes. TV is 1080. On the tablet, it's 720.
I mean, what do you expect? It's a tablet.
Right. Most phones don't do 1080, and things still look really good. Plus, like you said, it's a little tablet screen. You don't need 1080 on like a 5-inch screen or whatever it is. It's not.
I mean, if you think about it, 720 is really all you can need for anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so small that you don't really need the bigger resolution. It's going to kind of have a slight illusion that it's higher, quality than it is, just because it's a smaller video. But there's a lot of cool things. The big game for it though is obviously Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
And this game is just fantastic looking. It's massive. Yeah. It's do whatever you want. You can just literally just get. It looks like you can just get lost in it. If you're watching the stream live right now, it's showing some dude playing it. Pretty much everything we just talked about. He's sitting there playing the game, and he's just gonna pick up the system right now and just play it handheld. Walk probably to his bedroom or something. Bang his wife playing Zelda.
Right.
No, he's going to go bang his dog playing Zelda. I'm sorry.
Whoa. So yeah, the Zelda game, it's so massive, you can fit every other Zelda game since the 64, just because there's big maps, in it, plus Skyrim. And there's still more space to be covered. Like, not everything is full. Like, it's a massive, massive map.
Now, just so I know, as far as buying these games hard copy, is the hard copy like pretty much a DS cartridge?
Yeah, you can actually see it on Nintendo's website, even though they haven't really shown it themselves.
Like I saw on the preview you got here.
Yeah, it's like a cartridge, but it's longer. It's odd. It's like 1.5 like 3DS cartridges long. It's an odd dimension, but yeah, and it just goes in. The system itself, like the tablet, is like all the bit of the hardware. The dock is just a dock to plug it into your TV. The tablet is
the full system.
Is the full system, but it has 32 gigabytes of storage on it with a micro SD card slot to where you can expand it. And apparently it can take SD cards up to 2 terabytes. Which
you'll be paying almost as much as you paid for the system to get one.
Yeah, to get a 2 terabyte one, yes. But I mean, I know I've got just extra SD cards and stuff kind of laying around that I can save my games and stuff too.
Right, I got a couple 250 gig ones just laying around.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. And then obviously, it's got the local Wi-Fi. It's got online stuff. Nintendo teased that they're going to have better online stuff that we're going to be paying for. We're going to start paying for that in, was it the fall? They didn't say exactly when, but fall.
One good thing that I noticed about this is, yes, it has some of its gimmicks. Just like, Nintendo's been doing for the past so many years, since the Wii. Mm-hmm. But it's not pushing the gimmick really hardcore. It's not like, all right, let's do gimmicks. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, it's got that, it's got its own stuff with, that 1-2 switch. It's kind of the, party game.
Right, and they have party games. And I think party games are still a great idea to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this system's great for it.
Yeah. This one, with how everything's kind of configured with the little Joy-Con controllers, you can play it as 2 of them make 1 controller, or you can split it into 2 controllers for certain games like the 1-2 Switch games, and you and a friend can play games. So it kind of comes with 2 kind of controllers, in the package already.
Now, I don't know if you really looked into this game much, but I keep seeing the previews, and I keep thinking more and more I want to get this game. Have you looked into that Bomberman?
I haven't, but, I mean, if it's anything like the old Bomberman games, it'll be a lot of fun, just because, the old Bomberman, playing with friends and blowing each other up was hilarious.
It has the classic, Bomberman Square, where you just run around blowing friends up and stuff like that, but it also has a co-op story mode look to it, on it, too.
Oh, I didn't look into that. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it has this, story-based thing where you're actually running around fighting giant bosses and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I didn't see how many players it was. It looks like it's 8 players.
Okay. That would be crazy if you could fit 8 players.
Because I think each...
Would that be 2 per console and you have 4 consoles connect?
I don't know. I don't know exactly how they... I didn't look... Mm-hmm. I looked into it a little bit. I've been watching a couple of the previews, but there isn't a whole bunch of data on it.
Yeah. People were showing screenshots, at least in the videos. It shows people playing Mario Kart together, and because Mario Kart 8 is getting re-released on the Switch as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And it's going to have, all the DLC and extra stuff. It's going to have, the little squids from, what's it called?
That's on release, too. The Bomberman. Sorry.
Yeah, Bomberman is. No, I was actually going to bring up the launch lineup, but that's fine.
And it is 8-player.
Nice. So, yeah.
Interruption.
Right. Yeah, way to just throw me off. But Mario Kart, they showed that it might be still on split screen, so people were concerned that, even with it being connected to other stuff and each person having their own tablet, if there's going to be split screen, that would be kind of stupid, but we'll kind of see. Sometimes they just do, fake mock-up views for videos like that, so, time will tell. But yeah, let's see.
I mean...
The lineup is kind of weak. It was 5 games. 1-2 Switch, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Just Dance 2017, Super Bomberman R, and Skylanders Imaginators.
Oh, and don't forget the Punch one.
Well, that's not coming out on launch.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a launch too.
No, that's coming out later. That's I don't know why, but it's coming out sometime in the spring. Yeah. Now they did also add. There's other games coming out. Let's see, The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, I Am Setsuna, Human Resource Machine, Little Inferno, and World of Goo. I know I Am Setsuna's supposedly a great little RPG. Binding of Isaac is this weird top-down shooter crazy game that people love playing.
Binding of Isaac is just awkward as fuck.
but it's got a cult following and people love it. But a lot of cool little games to play on the go.
What is this little trailer you got going on here?
Looking. Oh, this was League of Legends. I was going to bring this up. I just was finding other random videos to kind of put in the list. This is the teaser trailer.
Pause. The trailer is going on or something while we're still talking Nintendo.
Okay. There, I paused it. Are you satisfied?
Yes.
Okay. So, anyways, the Switch and everything here. Maybe I can even go back. We'll see if I can. Yeah, we'll go back. We'll even just replay the Switch one. There we go. So, the games and stuff that will be coming out. Like I said, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We got that ARMS game, which is weird spring arm fighting thing.
It does not look good.
It looks like souped up Wii boxing. It's not anything amazing, right?
It looks extremely boring. No one wants to hear about it. No one wants to see it.
It looks like it would be like a party game, but Nintendo kind of seems to make it an actual game, but I don't know how much that'll last.
Yeah. And I keep looking at that 1-2 Switch, and I like the idea of it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to cancel my pre-order on it. 1, I don't think I need it.
Okay.
And 2, I think I'm going to switch the pre-order from that to Bomberman.
Okay.
Just because it's Bomberman.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I understand. Again, like I said, Bomberman games used to be super fun, so yeah. I think that later on in the life of the Switch, we're getting Splatoon 2, which I think we'll get a lot of people because there's still a lot of people that like Splatoon.
That's still
the
this
second
year.
one comes, that's summer 2007. Mario Odyssey.
2007, huh? So it came out 10 years ago, huh?
2017. Whoops.
That came out a while ago.
For those people that care, I guess, there's Skyrim is going to be released in the fall.
For the people that want to buy it 15 times, there's another thing you can buy it on. So congratulations.
Look, those people still buy it.
They buy it every time.
I know.
And don't get me wrong, it was a good game, but it's not that good. For those of you that keep playing it over and over and over and over again, it's not that good.
They claim it's the best game ever made.
This is the Bethesda lives off the fact that you keep buying the same game over and over again with no bonus content.
Yeah, they love it. Yeah, people just want to play it, and I don't get it. I don't know how you can play that game that many times and constantly keep buying it over and over again. Like, I bought, just for instance, Ocarina of Time. I bought it on the Nintendo 64, and then I didn't buy it again until my 3DS.
Yeah, but I mean,
because that was the only other time. That was the only other time it was.
How many years later
it
was that released?
A long time. It was released on the GameCube, like under the Master Quest stuff, but
people probably bought it a second time then.
Yeah, but like, there's no reason. It's the same game. Just stop it. Just stop it, people.
And at least the one on the 3DS was a remaster.
Yeah, it had updated graphics and things like that. Same thing with the new Skyrim, but
no, it's not that big of a difference.
People claim it is. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, there's going to be the Skyrim, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, there's going to be a Rayman game, Ultra Street Fighter 2, the first Challenger.
You're wrong, Skyrim is not that great of a game.
Who says that?
You're just wrong.
Who said it?
Who else?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Masters.
Like,
it's okay. Look, I'm just saying people can like the game. They don't have to continually keep rebuying the game. And it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm not. I'm saying, it's a good game to play, and it's a good game to put a lot of hours into and everything like that. I just don't see the point in rebuying it. You spent 200 hours playing it on the Xbox 360, so now you're going to rebuy it and play it on the Xbox One when the only difference is it looks a little better.
Yes. That is correct.
Here, Bethesda, take it all. Take all that money.
Yeah, and they will take it. If you notice, Bethesda releases, one game every, decade? It's just a new Skyrim or something?
Skyrim
new Elder New Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, new Elder Scrolls or new Fallout.
And, people just love it. They just love it so much. What? I don't know anyone who has it on the One or PS4 who will get it for the Switch. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's going to get it. Maybe there'll be, those, 4 new people that like Nintendo games that also like Bethesda games, and they'll get it.
At least for the Switch, you could take it on the go.
Yeah, that's true. You can take it with you. Yeah, I don't think the Switch version's going to get mods. Just interesting thing. It's going to have updated graphics, but not mods.
Oh, so you can modify the game any way you want and do whatever you want.
And the new ones for the PS4 and the Xbox One, yeah, you can download mods and change stuff.
I just that doesn't make it any better, in my opinion. But okay, you go ahead with your mods.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, you and I both have it pre-ordered. I have Zelda, you have Zelda and 1-2 Switch, but you're gonna be switching to Bomberman, you said.
I feel like Bomberman will be a good game that I can just relax to. Maybe the wife can be coordinated enough to play it. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure I said this last week, but she can't even play a Lego game.
Yes, you did, which I still find really crazy that she just has that bad of, depth perception.
Her depth perception's so bad.
Wait. Did you buy Borderlands for 2 different systems?
I bought Borderlands, and then I bought Borderlands 2 I bought Borderlands 2 for the Xbox 360, and then I bought the Handsome Jack collection, which came with the pre-sequel, so I could have the pre-sequel on the Xbox One.
Okay, and so that was what? The Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel?
Yeah. So I do have Borderlands 2 twice.
Okay. Make sure I'm going to have to go with Josephus on this one.
How does that?
It's a little bit.
I got a second game out of it.
It kind of undermines.
I got a second
whole
game out of it. I did not buy the pre-sequel, which was a full size title, a $60 title. Mm-hmm. I did not buy when it came out. I decided that getting the pre-sequel, which it was a game that I had not owned, and getting the Borderlands 2 in case someone else wanted to play it, was a good deal. And you know what's also a great thing about the replay value for Borderlands 2? Multiplayer.
Okay. Yeah, true. There's not really any multiplayer in Skyrim, so.
Not really?
Well, I'm trying to be nice unless there happens to be that one stupid thing in Skyrim that people want to try to count.
As far as I know, in Skyrim it's non-existent.
I know. Yeah, I'm just... Someone will find something.
Unless there's a mod. They do got mods now.
Right, there might be a mod. Anyways, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm excited for the Switch. Things I would like to see is it just play my 3DS games. That's all I want, man. That's all I'm praying for.
The Wii U was set up perfectly for that, but whatever. That's a whole...
it was. You're right. And the Wii and the Wii U were both set up great to play the DS and 3DS games. But the Switch literally runs on cartridges. It should be able to play my 3DS games.
Yeah, but it would have been so easy to make a cartridge setup for the bot. If they had a station spot, you could plug it into the bottom of the Wii U handheld controller, and just stick a cartridge in. You're good to go.
Yeah, I agree. It would have been super easy.
All right, so next up, you have a video for League of Legends, which I have no idea what this is about. Why don't you go ahead and take the wheel on this one? Okay,
I'll do that. So this video, I'm gonna play it here. There. Okay. So the video is. How do I put this?
I gave you the wheel. You are driving us off a cliff right now. Come on, man.
I'm driving us off the cliff. This video is a teaser trailer. They are finally re-releasing a rework for one of the original characters on the game. This character has needed a rework for a long time. I just thought it was a cool video because they kind of do it first-person style. They always love doing these little cinematic things for their characters. And this one was cool. The character is Warwick. He's a werewolf.
I thought Warwick had a rework back when, God, what was the rat's guy name?
Twitch.
Back when Twitch got the rework, Warwick got one too. Or are they doing another rework?
If he got a rework, it was just a tweaking of some skills. He never got a full rework. I
could have swore he got a full makeover.
No, this is they might have updated his graphics, but nothing major. This is a full from the ground up.
Kind of like what happened with Twitch.
Yeah, they just redid everything here. He's a werewolf. His skills work sort of the same, just kind of keep him along the same lines. But he's way cooler now, and gets this big old red glowy mechanical arm and shit. And yeah, he looks scary and fun, and I just wanted to show that off.
Oh, it turns different colors, huh?
Yeah, when he uses his abilities, he kind of starts glowing red.
Oh,
because he gets this blood sense. He can smell your blood, and he gets these red blood trails that he show where enemies are, so you can run and chase them and hunt them down. It's kind of cool. Then I just kind of have a video here for the North American LCS, which is their championship series that they do where professional players play against each other.
Okay.
And this video is just kind of their promo to hype the new season. Season just started this past weekend, and I don't know. I like watching it.
A bunch of nerds waking up early and playing League of Legends.
Kinda it's kind of this hype video. I don't have the sound on, but it gets the blood flowing. Want you to play some League of Legends or at least watch it and watch these pros. But I think this is going to be a cool season. I'm excited to watch it.
Is that guy really putting like a wrist brace on?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got carpal tunnel and shit. Like these
guys are hardcore, man. That guy's like 13 and he has carpal tunnel syndrome.
He's 21, I think now, but he has carpal tunnel because he plays video games playing at a high pace for like 10 hours a day. So yeah, he's messed up his wrist a bit.
I have to say, man, these guys are pretty hardcore. I don't understand why they don't consider this stuff real sport. I mean, these guys.
I don't know, but yeah, those are my 2 League of Legends videos. I just thought I could give them a little bit of a play, talk about League of Legends because I like watching fantasy or watching esports, kind of traditional sports style where, you know, I'm rooting for a team and everything.
Yeah, no, whenever I catch one of those, I like to, you know, the other day I saw one they streamed Halo the North American Halo tournament finals live.
Yeah. Yeah.
I caught it on Facebook and I ended up staying up and watching that for hours. And
yeah.
It's really, I mean, it's a lot of fun to watch it just go on. And whenever I do catch clips of these tournaments for League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, MOBAs in general, they're really fast-paced and they're, like, crazy. Like, you sit there and, like, you think you're pretty good at playing these games, and then you watch them play and you're like, I might as well just quit now.
Yeah, they literally master characters and know, like, the frames that they can do certain skills, and it's nuts. Like, these guys play a lot. It's becoming, like, better and better. There's, like, was it the 76ers, the basketball team, just bought 2 League of Legends teams. Like, we're talking, like, actual, like, sports teams and organizations are buying and sponsoring, like, esports teams now.
Well, maybe they'll have an ESPN-E soon.
I mean, maybe. ESPN, like, they've gone to ESPN to try to get them to play it, and ESPN says they don't believe it's a real sport and doesn't belong on their channel. And we're talking about the people who will show, like, 45 hours a day of poker. So, I don't know.
Well, maybe we can get a network like G4 back that doesn't play cops 48 or like 24/7. Like they have 2 gaming shows and then cops.
Yeah, it was G4 at the end became really weird.
At the end, like it's like they couldn't even think of what to fill it with, their time with. And I understand you need a lot of stuff to fill it with, but I mean there is a lot of material you could fill it with.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're talking about ESPN just shows like Sports Center like 17 times a day. Like it's not that hard just to rerun a show. So I don't know, but yeah, I like watching esports. You know, there's millions of people that watch them all over the country. Josephus right now is playing some Heroes of the Storm, which actually I want to play. Just because there's that stupid rooster mount.
Stupid chicken.
Yeah, I want to be able to ride a chicken around.
A golden, it's golden red chicken.
Yeah, gold and red chicken.
And I can guarantee you the higher, if you have the alternate color, the final alternate color is just gonna be pure gold.
You have Overwatch too, right?
I have it on the Xbox, but yeah, I have it.
Lame.
Lame. You have it on the what? The PS4?
Yeah.
No one fucking plays the PS4.
All of my friends have PS4s.
You know why?
And not
they're
Xbox.
Fucking lame.
Because they knew what was better and bought the better thing.
No. It wasn't better.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Explain why people are starting to buy Xboxes now more than they're buying PS4s.
Because they already owned a PS4, and now the Xbox
and realized that it was bad, so they're like, okay, I want my Xbox.
No, they just want to finally play Gears of War. Like, that's it. It's a Gears of War machine. Aha, I win. So.
Oh, that's not winning. I'm sorry. Were we supposed to continue arguing?
Oh, I don't know. You just got quiet, so I consider it a win. Anyways, moving on to the next thing.
I mean, I figure we're trying to cut this down to an hour. I mean, we could spend a fucking hour arguing on this fact alone.
I mean, you're correct on that. What do I got? Oh, well, we can talk about that later. But that's, I don't know. I don't have much else to really talk about for video games. Do you? I can't. I'm like trying to think here. I'm like digging into my head. Just like everything, Overwatch, Heroes of the Storm, League of Legends, all kinds of games like that where you can like get like different skins and stuff like that. They're all doing different events for the Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to be playing a lot of those kind of games just to get those cool little skins. So.
Well, I don't think any of them. Well, I guess Overwatch you can unlock the Chinese New Year skins by just playing.
Correct.
But, as far as like League or Heroes, you're actually going to have to purchase them because any MOBA you actually pretty much have to spend real money.
Right. I mean, Heroes, they do things where you can like get certain things for free, which is kind of cool. I like that aspect of it. But yeah, you still, like, if you want, like, the cool little Nimbus cloud apparently they have, you have to buy it.
Yeah, if you want the Nimbus cloud, you gotta buy the special New Year's pack.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Chinese
I don't play Heroes enough to warrant the.
If you play with me.
I mean,
if Masters is buying a box or a computer. I don't know why I said box.
He's buying a box. Yeah.
He's buying a cardboard box. You can play it. Actually, the stats your computer need, or the configuration your computer needs to run Heroes is higher than you need it for League.
Really?
Yeah. I could play League on a laptop. Heroes I cannot. On at least a basic laptop.
Okay.
Like, not at all. You just start dropping frames like stupid crazy.
I know what I just thought of. Okay, well, we'll talk about that next. Yeah, I think League tends to be a little more resource heavy for whatever reason.
League is more resource heavy?
It tends to be on most machines. I've known people that can't run League at all, but they can play Heroes.
I mean, I can run Heroes on low graphics. My computer is pretty well built. I can run Heroes on low graphics and runs very smooth. I could probably up it a little bit more and I'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
As far as League goes, I can run it on high quality, no problem. No problem at all. Perfectly smooth. And a buddy of mine plays League regularly. He can't. He tried downloading Heroes. It won't even work at all.
That's really weird.
And League, he plays all the time.
I don't know. I know for a lot of people it was the other way around, but I mean I can see that though. The newer stuff for Heroes, it is kind of a newer engine. Everything looks a lot crisper than League. League didn't kind of start catching up graphically until about a year and a half ago because they did a big overhaul of everything.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at this point, League's 7, almost 8 years old. League old.
needed its engine updated and everything like that.
Yeah. So. Yep. The next thing, though, I do want to talk about, though, you want to talk about, that Pokemon Duel.
Okay. Now, this is going to be a quick one because, well, I don't have a lot to talk about it. I played a little bit. I downloaded it. I played a couple matches, and it seems interesting. My biggest issue with it is it's not running properly. I don't know why. It just keeps, like, it'll freeze while trying to find matches, and, yeah, I don't know what the fuck's up. That's a pain in the ass. But the match I did play, it was kind of fun. I completely destroyed a guy with an escape ability. I won the match because of that. So, quick note: if you are playing this game and you're facing someone that has a Spearow or maybe any flying Pokemon, I don't know. I had a Spearow on mine. He had this ability called Fly Away. Has a high chance of hitting that ability. He hits that ability, instantly exits the fight that you're in, and then you could fly him to any spot, even the final spot that you need to win the match. So
yeah, that's pretty broken, honestly.
Keep a Pokemon on your final spot at all times.
Seems like a pretty sound strategy.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even think I was going to make it over to the spot. I just went over there to fight one of the guys he had guarding it, and it landed on, and I was like, oh, I'm going to lose. It landed on Fly Away, and I was like, okay, cool. I just escaped death for a time. And then it was like, pick a spot you want to go to. I was like, I want to go to the final spot. It's like, okay, you win. Oh, yeah.
I really hope that's not, like, how they intended that to work.
I'm just going to make an entire deck of Spearows.
Right. Why would you not?
Like right now, I just while we started this conversation, I tried loading it up, and it's freezing. Like, it won't load.
Maybe there's just a lot of people trying to play it, and it's just overworked right now.
I mean, as far as I know, it just launched either, yesterday.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could be just high numbers that they weren't expecting, but I mean, it's Pokemon.
Right. I mean, I don't know. They maybe, like you said, they just weren't expecting it. So.
Anyways. Okay.
Just other kind of quick Pokemon-related news.
Oh.
Pokemon Bank updated, so now you can transfer all your stuff from X, Y, Omega, Ruby, Alpha, Sapphire, right? Yep. Had to make sure I got that right. Omega Ruby, Alpha, Sapphire to Pokemon Sun and Moon. Also with the update came the update to the Pokemon, was it Poke Transfer is what it was, and it lets you take your stuff from the digital versions of Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow and transfer it over to Pokemon Sun.
No way, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So, yeah, there's cool stuff like that. Now, what it doesn't allow you to do is you can't bring over the glitched Mew, because you could, hack Yellow and all them to get Mew early on in the game.
Right.
It won't bring those, and it won't bring a couple other random Pokemon, but not from Yellow and Sun, I guess. But in the newer ones, in Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, it won't bring some of the Gengars and stuff because they have different abilities than in the new game.
Right.
But yeah, you can pretty much get every Pokemon brought over and have all that. So yeah, that came out last night. That was pretty cool. So I downloaded it and started transferring stuff immediately. I've now only got 7 Pokemon. I've got to switch over to my game to have a complete Pokedex, so I'm looking forward to that.
Like a complete, 9 million Pokemon Pokedex?
No, right now I'm just focusing on the new game's Pokedex, but...
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I'm missing, Politoed and Slowking and stuff, but...
I have a spare Poliwhirl or whatever with the Kingstone. Yeah,
I've got everything I need at this point. Because one of the cool things you get is you get to bring over your battle points from Pokemon Bank to Pokemon Sun and Moon. So I brought over 400 battle points. It was 480 I brought over. So I just instantly bought a bunch of stuff from the battle point vendors. And you also get what's called Munium Z.
Munium Z?
Yep, you get a Z crystal that you put on Mew, and it changes Mew's Psychic into a special Z move. So, even though you can't bring over the Mew. So there's that.
Well, there was that 1 month where you could get a Mew for free.
Right.
And I am so pissed off I missed that month.
Me too, honestly.
Like, Mew is like one of my favorites.
Normally I'm pretty on top of that stuff, but I wasn't.
I missed a fucking Mew, and I am so depressed about it.
Yeah, I'll keep you up to date and let you know if they redo it.
They're
They've
not
been
going
redoing
to.
a lot of
They're going to release a Mew once every fucking million years.
Okay.
I heard. That's what they told me.
every million years.
Yeah, once every million years. Yeah. That's
Okay.
straight from them.
sounds kind of like Nintendo. So yeah. Let's see here. Trying to think. Nope, that's it on Pokemon. Anything else you want to add?
I had a couple movies I'd like to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What movie?
I'd like to talk about the new Star Wars movie that just came out.
New Star Wars movie. So you're talking about Rogue One.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it didn't just come out. I mean, obviously we're a little behind with our podcast.
Yeah.
Now, you've seen it, correct?
100%. Yes, I have.
Okay. We're going to do the best to talk about this without spoilers. If we spoil something, I'm sorry. It's a nerd podcast. It tends to happen.
Right. It's been
a while. It's been out for a while, so
about a month and a half now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Well, about a month because it came out around the middle of December or right before Christmas, the weekend before Christmas.
Yeah.
So about a month.
Okay.
But anyways, have you seen it once?
Yes.
Okay. I have seen it twice. I want to ask you what's your overall opinion on this movie?
Overall?
Yes.
So I think that it was a great movie. It was a fantastic time, but I feel like there were a couple points, especially early on in the movie, where they were like rushing to get to the end of the movie, like to like the big scenes at the end. And like so some stuff early on felt really like weak. And, like, there were, like, supposed to be, like, character development points that just kind of didn't land for me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean...
But I thought it was great overall. I thought it was, like, a fantastic movie still.
I feel like it was a good movie.
Okay.
I do not feel like it was a fantastic movie.
Okay.
Like you said, they rushed character development. They just threw fucking Darth Vader in there just to have fucking props for like 2 minutes. And
yeah, but it was a cool ass Darth Vader scene.
Okay, we are talking about the volcano one, right?
Well, I mean, at that point, like, I still liked that scene.
It was an okay scene, but the ending made sense because that went along with what the whole movie was about. A prelude to
A New Hope.
A New Hope. Okay, that made perfect sense. That belonged there. But before that, the whole volcano scene, which, that's not a spoiler, you see the volcano scene in the... you see him surrounded by lava in the trailer. So, anyways, the reason... I just didn't like that was just... he was just thrown in there like just some... Just because, he's Darth Vader, we gotta have him in there for at least a minute.
I mean,
the main guy.
That part still, even though when like you're saying that, like, and it feels like it's like that. I don't think it actually is. It makes sense in the story because, like, how does he get to, like, without that scene early on, it doesn't make sense that he would be there at the end. You know what I mean? Like, he's kind of brought into the fold of what's going on and all this. He's
always in the fold of what the fuck's going on because he's Darth fucking Vader.
He should be, yeah. But if these people didn't tell him, oh hey, all this crazy shit's going down and these rebels are attacking this shit, like, you know what I mean? Like,
they sent him a transmission to get him there in the first place, to get him to the end part where all the rebels are doing crazy shit. Like, Why couldn't
Yeah, but
they...
that's because they were already having to keep him, like, in the loop.
But, they pulled that guy all the way to this random, like, fucking lava planet just for him to talk to Darth Vader for 5 minutes.
Yes.
That's what bothers me.
They did the same thing in A Force Awakens.
This guy traveled across the galaxy to talk to someone for 5 minutes.
Yeah, they did that in Force Awakens. Like...
When?
When fucking Kylo Ren was, like, doing a bunch of shit, and then they were just like, oh, hey, go meet with Snoke, and then he just has to, like, go meet up with Snoke randomly in some crazy room on that ship, or whatever. And it was like a video
that was the
projection
main
of Snoke.
planet he's pretty much always at, though. Okay, but anyways... Okay, another thing. The main character, the guy that has this like weird thing going on with the main girl.
Okay.
I can't remember his name because honestly I don't care. I've seen it twice and I still don't care about him.
Okay.
I don't know if he was just a bad actor or they just really gave him a horrible part.
Okay.
I just didn't. I get he was supposed to play this guy who was having trouble fighting with everything that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't portray it well. Near the end, when all the action was going on and everything like that, he played that part fine. But at the beginning, when he's like trying to be all secretive and, oh, I'm going to kill your dad, but you can't know, and I'm doing this and that, he didn't play that part well.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the character development early on felt like they rushed it because they wanted to keep time for the end of the movie. Like they it feels like they cut out stuff. Like if we had like an extended edition, that everything would make sense earlier on. Like they would add in a bunch of stuff early on, and the end just probably stays like mostly untouched, right?
Right.
Like that's how I feel like this movie would go. Is that if I were to like do anything to it, is I would slow down everything in the beginning, because there's like scene after scene after scene where like they're on like Jeddah, and then all of a sudden like there's like they meet up with those dudes with Chirrut, what is it? Chirrut Imwe is his name. I'm trying to.
The blind guy and the guy with the machine gun.
Yeah, Chirrut Imwe, and then was it Baze or Baz?
Yeah.
That guy, like those two, like they meet up with them, but like they don't really like they like kind of have like a quick conversation, but like there's no real anything else, and all of a sudden it's just like blasters start shooting, and then it's like, oh, this guy's cool, he's gonna be my friend. Like they don't really like do anything else.
One of the
like,
best
come with
characters
us.
in the fucking plot line was an emotionless robot.
Yeah,
like he.
The robot was cool. The robot was funny. But
anyways,
yeah.
Okay. I just want you to look at this as a movie other than Star Wars, a standalone movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you look at this as a standalone movie without the rest of the Star Wars universe surrounding it,
okay,
I don't see it as being that great of a movie. Because
if you keep this movie separate from everything else, like you're like, this is the only movie I'm ever going to watch of Star Wars.
No, I'm not.
No. But like, just hear me out.
Okay.
Then yes, as a separate movie, it doesn't really make sense, right? But it's kind of like, it's like an add-on. It is like if you buy a video game and then this is DLC of like additional parts of the story.
But
this is just additional DLC for A New Hope.
But the thing is, you can't just throw in 50 new people and expect the DLC just to work.
I mean, I understand.
In that short amount of time. Like
I know.
If I went and watched a space movie, okay, let's just say this is a random ass space movie. Wasn't Star Wars. And I'm not saying okay. It's just a random-ass space movie. This exact same plot line, everything like that. They're trying to steal secrets and stuff like that. And the only action is at the end of it. I'm going to give it a bad... I'm going to say it's a bad movie.
There was more action than that.
Okay.
there was the scene in the town. There was whenever
it was not that entertaining and lasted 30 seconds. Okay.
It was a couple minutes.
It was slightly entertaining at the end of that scene.
There was the scene where, they test the weapon on Jeddah.
Okay, that was cool, but it wasn't really action-y. Everyone's just running for their lives. That's not action. That's an explosion and running. That's not
an action scene. It's still action. It's more action than sitting there talking.
Okay, sorry.
They were in
Compared
jail.
to the rest of the movie where they're sitting there talking, yes, it is a lot of action. Like, I put it as a 3 on the action scale compared to the 1 that you would consider talking.
Then, let's see, there were scenes on the one planet where her father was.
Okay, now, I'll admit, that was a relatively decent scene, but, once again, how long, it took over an hour to get to that point.
Yeah. Again, like I said, there was bad pacing. They spent a lot of time on the prequel, at her as a child. Like, they spent a lot of time on that, and I don't know if that much time should have needed to be spent on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How much time do you really need set up for? Oh, this guy built the laser. They came to make him work on the Death Star, and they killed his family.
I mean, I get
where they came from. Do you need 15 to 20 minutes at the beginning of the movie to do that? No. I don't think you do.
Yeah. The whole, I don't know, but
I can make that scene happen in 5 minutes, and it'd be just as good.
As a standalone sci-fi movie, I give it probably a 6. As a Star Wars add-on movie, I'd probably say an 8. Right.
Like you said, in itself, it doesn't make sense. Some of the scenes are who is this person? We don't take the time to talk about these people. We're just supposed to know who Grand Moff Tarkin is. We don't know who that is, right? We're who is this general?
Is that the half robot guy?
No, that was the CGI guy. The guy they CGI'd into the movie.
Oh, I knew who he was.
Yeah, but that's because he's a Star Wars character.
Oh.
You wouldn't know who he was without A New Hope.
Right.
So, again, they didn't take time to say who he was. The other guy, who was his predecessor, they barely talk about him. They're just hey, this guy, he's running the program. And then, that's it, really. They don't really give him they don't really tell him anything. You don't, learn his name for, 2 hours. Yeah, there were weak points. I'm going to give you that. I still think it was a great movie. It adds on to A New Hope really well.
It does.
But as a standalone, no. If you're not a Star Wars fan, you're not going to like Rogue One. Unless you're just I'm going to go watch a cool little sci-fi action movie, you'll get decent enjoyment out of it.
If you've watched all the Star Wars, obviously all the Star Wars, you're going to go into it and it's going to be a good movie because you like your Star Wars movies and it adds more to the plot line.
Right.
Okay, it's like reading the next book in a story that or the next chapter in a book you've been reading, I should say. And obviously it's going to be good.
There's that Darth Vader scene at the end of the movie that was so cool.
Right.
I just want an hour of that scene. I just want that.
Yeah.
That's what I want. But
I'm just hoping that this.
I want a prequel to Rogue One, to where it's just
Darth Vader just fucking people over.
Yeah, I want Darth Vader hunting down the remaining of the Jedi, just slaughtering people. That would be a fun time.
I know this is a complete side note. But have you played The Force Unleashed?
I played the first one, not the second one.
Do you remember the first mission on The Force Unleashed?
Yes.
You play as Darth Vader,
Yeah, you walk through that town and you have to kill
and
that.
you're on the
guy.
Wookiee homeworld, and you are invincible, and all you do is just throw Wookiees.
Yeah.
Basically, that's the whole level. You just sit there and you walk. You're like fucking Jason Voorhees pace walking through this village of Wookiees. They're shooting blasters at you. Boulders are flying at you. No, nothing phases you. And you're just like throwing Wookiees off bridges, slashing them in half. It was so good.
Yeah. I would watch 2 hours of that, of just, not even like, I don't even need like transition scenes. I just need a camera to slowly follow behind Darth Vader as he slowly walks in a straight line for 2 hours, and he somehow ends up on different planets, but he keeps just murdering people. Like,
he'll eat a burger while he's doing it.
Yeah, like at one point he stops and he's just eating while slaughtering people.
Right.
Like, yeah, you know.
Now that would be a good movie.
just because that one end scene was so good.
Yeah, if you're going to see that movie, just wait for the last Darth Vader scene.
Yeah.
Because there is one other Darth Vader scene. There's 2 scenes with Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Just a heads up, in case you were expecting more. Which I get, once again, it wasn't about Darth Vader, so...
Yeah, it's not a movie about Darth Vader. He's like a C-list character. He gets as much screen time in this as the Emperor gets in, what was it, Empire Strikes Back? Like, he gets like sir, yes, okay, and then like that's it. Like,
and then he just murks some people at the end.
Yeah. Then he just tears people new assholes right at the end.
Okay, and another movie, and I don't think you said. I'm pretty sure you said you hadn't seen this, and I'm not going to get into it too much.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about Split.
I do have this trailer queued up, so I'm gonna play that. Go right ahead.
Okay. So I understand we hit our hour mark, people. I do apologize. I feel like an hour isn't gonna cut it, so we're probably gonna cut it either at 1:15 or an hour and a half.
Yeah,
depending
that's
on
fine.
where we're sitting. I know some people have been saying that 2 hours is too long, so we're trying to cut our time down, but at the same time, we still got a lot of catching up to do for the past year.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that 2 hours is too long.
Well, I mean, we had a lot of material when we had a...
We argued about 2 movies for 2 hours.
Okay, no, I'm talking about previously, when we before we did our season 2.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
But anyways.
Yeah, talk about Split.
Okay, Split. The trailer's pretty self-explanatory. Some crazy dude kidnaps 3 girls. And it explains pretty well. This crazy dude has multiple personalities. 26, I believe? Or 25. Something like that. He has a lot of personalities. And it's not like he has a split personality. He has split personality, but it's like each personality has its own characteristics. One of them even has diabetes, and the other ones don't.
Okay.
Like, it's crazy the way that they do all this. Like, some of the one of them is gay. That's one thing. One of them's an 8-year-old. One of them has to wear glasses. The other ones don't. So the whole idea of it is very, very interesting, and the main character that plays him just plays it so well. And
James McAvoy.
Yeah, McAvoy. I knew
James McAvoy is a stellar actor.
He is, and I was a little worried. Because the M. Night Shyamalan movies have not been very great.
You're right.
As of late.
Right. It went downhill progressively since Sixth Sense, and I think the last one was... I don't know, the last one was like where like the trees came to life or some shit, but before that it was like Avatar, where he ruined Avatar.
You talking about The Happening?
Yeah, that.
No, I think the last one he did was the elevator one. I can't remember what it was, like Evil or something like that.
Maybe.
But anyways, James McAvoy makes this movie. I mean, don't get me wrong. The girls do good acting. I don't know about great, but they do pretty good acting. They do a good job. The rest of the cast does good, everything like that. But he just blows it away. And as far, like, I would definitely recommend seeing this. And just like every M. Night Shyamalan, there's a bit of a twist.
Yeah.
Yes. Not quite like what you're expecting, though.
Okay.
I'm not going to say. I mean, obviously...
Yeah, don't spoil it.
Yeah, obviously there's a twist, and it's a spoiler. I mean, that's the...
Yeah, that's the point of the twist.
That's the point of the twist. If I said it would spoil everything. But if I'll give you... It won't be as good to you if you've not seen some of his older ones. Okay? Like, his older ones back in the time of Sixth Sense and Unbreakable, Signs, stuff like that. If you haven't seen those ones, the twist really won't seem like a twist. It will just seem like a, I don't know. You probably won't recognize it at all, honestly. Okay.
Well, I will check it out.
Devil was the last one. Okay. Evil, Devil, I was close. But yeah, that's right, because I knew that there was a V in it because the V was upside down to look like the up arrow on an elevator.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that movie was
That movie wasn't horrible. But it wasn't. It just wasn't like his older ones.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, I definitely suggest seeing it.
Okay. I'll give it a whirl.
Well, real quick in the chat, Josephus, have you seen it yet? And
yeah,
so I'll wait for him to chat back.
Yeah, it'll give him a minute or two. Plus, I think he's still playing Heroes, so he might not respond.
Well, he did just put a message in, so.
Yeah. Now, Pokemon's playing. I didn't stop it. Yeah, to go from
Split
to Pokemon Duel. Now, let's see. I'm trying to think. What was the last one? Oh, you want to know what movie I just saw in theaters?
What?
Underworld. Was it Underworld Blood Wars? Have you seen it?
I have not. Now.
Oh.
Wait.
No.
No.
Listen.
I want to say something before you instantly just.
Okay. Go ahead.
The first thing I've been reading, pretty much everything I've been reading online has been, don't bother.
Okay.
I still want to see it out of nostalgia's sake. I also do know that the last... I'm not expecting large amounts out of it, though, because the last Underworld they made before this was awful.
I'm going to let you know something right now.
Okay.
This one...
Are you playing the Star Wars Force Awakens trailer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we were talking about Star Wars, and so I grabbed that one and Rogue One.
Oh, okay.
But this Underworld movie was, God, awful. We were watching this movie, and it was just so bad. Me and my friend Tim, we were watching it, and we both just kept going, "What the hell? What is this? Why are they doing this?" And like literally, we were trying to figure out why, because they never took the time to explain anything. Anything that they actually took time to explain never actually mattered in the story. Like, it was all so fucked up. And then there was this point in the movie where it was like supposed to be super intense. And I like, if you're going to see it, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was at such a point and it was such a dumb scene that me and Tim, we just lost it. We busted up laughing. We laughed for like 5 minutes straight. It was so dumb. And
now,
then...
Are we talking... Okay. When
everything in the movie leads to like this like big like it's gonna be this big cool fight, and it just ends anticlimactically. Like it just everything feels really bad. They don't.
Like, is it?
I wanted to like this movie
Is it bad?
so much.
Kind of like Prometheus bad. Like, it's really corny, but yet it's still like I still like watching it. Like,
No.
Prometheus. A lot of people don't
Prometheus,
like.
Prometheus is good and enjoyable because you probably like watching the Aliens movies,
I love
right?
the Aliens movies. Yes.
Okay, so for you that's fun. You like it. It's just a good time, right?
Right. It's
this
not
is not
necessarily
that.
a great movie, but it's a good time for me.
Yeah, this is not that.
Okay.
This is bad. This is like in the movie, Kate Beckinsale, she acted her ass off. She tried so hard to make this movie good, but everyone else and everything else in this movie fought against her, and she lost because this movie was not good. But she tried to act her way into a fucking Oscar with this, and it just everyone else was just so bad. The writing was bad.
So she did great.
Yeah, her herself, like when she has to like be there and be in the movie and be like intense and things, like she was awesome.
Okay, because she's
but
always done a really good job in those movies.
Yeah, she does. She brings it again, does stellar. But then everything else in the movie just seems awful and pointless. Like you'll have to watch it. You'll understand when you watch it. You'll be like, oh, okay. So, yeah.
Well, I think with everything I've been hearing, I'll wait at least until Dollar Theater to see it.
My recommendation for everyone was to pirate it.
Well, I avoid that at all costs, seeing as I work for Time Warner, and they can actually fucking list that shit.
Right, and I understand that, but I'm just saying...
And last thing I need to do is get fired because I pirated something.
You watched...
Because I watched fucking Underworld.
An awful Underworld movie. But seriously, like, if you feel like you have to pay money for it, wait for the Dollar Theater. Otherwise, pirate it, because it's just not worth it, man.
On the behalf of Nerdgasmic, we do not condone pirating in any way, shape, or form, or any other illegal actions.
Honestly, I don't condone pirating just because I like to go to the movie theater, and I like to watch movies at the theater. And I can't do that if I pirate a movie. So.
I honestly, I don't pirate because viruses, my job, and honestly, I feel like a theater just sets the mood so much better.
I agree. I agree.
But that's beside the point. I want to throw out one other movie.
Okay.
A lot of mixed reviews about it. I've heard. I honestly thought it was a good movie, and I think it was a better standalone sci-fi movie than Rogue One.
Okay.
Passengers.
Okay. Now, I haven't seen it, and I'm going to let you give your review, and then I'll tell you what I've heard about the movie.
Okay, and I know probably Josephus there is going to butt in here, too, because I know he's seen it, and I know pretty much what he said about it. And okay, I'm not saying it's by far the best ever. Okay, mm-hmm. I think for a romantic sci-fi comedy thing going on, it had I think it did good.
Okay.
There was a few things I think could have been a little better, but overall, I really liked the movie. I took the wife to it. So that I don't know. It's a good date movie, definitely. By far, you got a girl, you want to take her to see a little romantic comedy thing. It's got enough like little action spots going on, stuff to keep you interested and everything like that. If you're not really into the romantic thing, but it has the sci-fi, it has some of the funny stuff going on, so it can keep you going. It has some certain aspects that are absolutely like, how the fuck does that even happen?
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's a good movie.
Okay. And so this is what I've heard. Okay. So some people say they enjoyed it, but I've heard a lot of people say they aren't even going to go see it because, and I'm not like protesting the movie or anything. I want to see it. I just haven't had the money or time.
Right.
But the one time I decided to go see another movie, I decided to see Underworld and sorely regret it.
Yeah, you should have seen Passengers.
Yeah, clearly.
Like, I can guarantee you it would have been better than that from what you described it to me as.
Yeah, it was.
But, okay, people are protesting?
Yeah, people were not wanting to see Passengers because they were saying that there were like scenes and things in the movie that like implied or kind of showed that Chris Pratt's character, I'm not sure of his name, Chris Pratt's character like raped or had sex with what's her face, Jennifer
Lawrence.
Lawrence, yeah, I couldn't think of the last name. Jennifer Lawrence's character, and like while she was like asleep or like drugged or something like that. I don't know. Don't spoil the movie, but that's what I've heard. And people were like protesting the movie and not wanting to see it.
Okay, for every single one of those people,
yeah,
I want you to hit them.
Okay, I haven't seen it. I'm just telling you what I've seen.
I'll tell you. All right, I'll straight up say it. And this ain't gonna be a spoiler. He fucks up.
Okay.
Okay, he fucks up royally.
Okay.
But he doesn't rape her. He doesn't molest her. Doesn't do anything like that. That's no.
Okay.
This is still a great movie to take it on a date.
Okay.
Right?
I just know
there was no.
Yeah.
If someone's reading so deeply into this that they think that she was raped,
yeah.
Like, no. He got a little stalky for a moment. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
He did not rape her.
But don't we all? No.
Like.
But. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I just wanted to let you know what I've heard. I still plan on seeing the movie. I just haven't seen it.
I've never heard anyone say that, and I did not feel like I saw that in the movie at all. I don't even see how you could see that in the movie. The only thing I know is I know like I said, he fucks up royally. But he doesn't fuck up in that way. And and in the way he fucks up, I don't see how you could possibly think that's rapey.
This is awful, but just to give you an idea, like in Google, and I probably should have really chose better words than what I did when I typed this in, because as I hit enter, I was like, oh god, I'm going to see awful things. But I literally just typed in Passengers and then the word rape.
Oh, God.
Okay? Yeah, it was bad. I was like, oh, God, no. But the articles just, rape culture is the director of Passengers, believing most would, and then it goes on, it gets cuts off. Passengers soils escapism with repulsive reveal. Passengers director brings rape culture to life. So Passengers' big twist is that it promotes rape culture. Like, these are all the kinds of things that were all around whenever the movie was coming out. So I'm just letting you know what I saw and heard.
No, I typed in Passengers movie.
Yeah. Good one. Good call. Good call.
Just to, I mean, Google does tend to will take just say, oh, well, we're just going to take this word out, so it could still add it in there. But if someone does view my search history, it will at least have movie in there.
Yeah,
instead
mine
of
looks
just Passengers
right now.
rape.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that one. I messed up.
All right, let's see.
But that's just what I was talking about. That's all. So there were those concerns. I haven't seen the movie. I can't vouch for it. I'll watch it. I'll let you know what my honest thing is, because not to be on you, but you tend to be a little bit more sexist.
Honest to God, I'm not being sexist.
No, I know. I'm just bringing it back to that old school
okay.
joke.
I was going to say, that for some reason that one girl thought I was being sexist. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all. I tend to see these things a little bit better than you do. Not in any kind of like offense to you. I just
no, it's fine.
So I'll give it a once over and let you know what I thought.
Okay.
So I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's not even saying anything about rape in this thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I didn't read the articles.
It's talking about the little stalkery thing, which I thought was weird myself. I'll straight up go for that. He got stalkery for a moment.
Okay. I'll watch it. And I'm trying to think of what else. That's really it for me right now. There were other movies I still wanted to see, but I just haven't seen anything.
These people are just like...
I understand. I know what you're saying. Some of those people are just like the extreme left side, as in, like Trump's people are on the extreme right side. Like there's just, you know what I mean? Like they're the opposite side of the coin. They're just far to the left, and it gets really crazy over there.
I want to talk about this so bad, but I can't do it because of spoilers. Plus, you haven't even seen it.
I know.
You got to go see this movie, and
I'll see the movie.
I'm gonna say this right now, people. Okay, just because this is a thing, and I just found out about it, and we got to have a conversation. Okay, this has got to be a conversation because I am just baffled by how far people.
No, I know
how far people have taken it, and you got to see the movie. Also, I'll make sure after he sees the movie, I'm gonna post on here that the next podcast is gonna have those spoilers. And also, you can listen to the podcast. I'll announce before we start talking about it that there will be spoilers, and you can fast forward it. I'll put it in comments or something for people that download it when the spoilers are over. I don't know. We'll figure out a way to handle this situation, but this has got to be talked about.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely talk about it.
Because I can't even believe how people are giving this movie that kind of review because of that.
But due to it, that movie didn't do as well as it was set to do. It took a large hit of sales at the movie theater.
All right.
But we'll talk about this. We'll talk about this, next podcast. I'll see the movie by then. I'll make sure to do that.
Oh my God.
What I do want to end on though, so we kind of end on a little happier note. Video games that are coming up.
Okay.
Because we didn't talk about that yet, so let's get into that.
All right.
Well, first let's do games that just recently came out because there was actually a big drop of games that just happened in the past week or so.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7 that came out. Hold on, I gotta take a deep breath for this one. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. Whew. Okay.
Are they just going to keep adding words and numbers to it, but it's still going to be 2?
Yes. So that one just came out on the 24th. To kind of keep in line with that, here in, what is that? Is it March? March is Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 Remix. That's March 28th. That's when that's coming out. So in two months, we're going to get 2 of the basically the same games.
And that's another. Kingdom Hearts has been doing that too.
Yeah.
Remaking fucking 1 and 2 over and over again.
Yeah. So 2.8 is 2 plus a bunch of other stuff added onto it. That takes place before 3.
I purchased PlayStation.
1.5 plus 2.5 is 1. It's games 1 and 2 with all the handheld games and sequels and stuff all added in. See,
I added the 2.5. I added. God, I bought 2.5 for the 3 or 1.5 for the 3. I played it a long time ago, but I never actually owned it.
Well, you can get 1.5 and 2.5 in March.
For the PS4?
Yeah. And
see, that
right now
you
can get
because I don't have 2.5.
Right now you can get 2.8 Final Chapter Pro.
I'm not even going to bother with that. It doesn't even make sense to me.
I don't know. Look, I don't decide what's in what, but I just am telling you that came out. Tales of Berseria, I heard is probably one of the best Tales of games if you're an RPG fan.
Okay.
Like a Japanese RPG.
Right.
I heard that one, like the story's phenomenal. So if you're into those games, you might want to check that one out. It's definitely on my might be getting that list, so. What games are you looking for?
Forward 2? Or...
Okay. Yeah, what games either that just came out or games that are coming out soon?
Oh, that ain't what I meant to do. Hold on, I'm pressing the wrong buttons and shit, like always.
Woohoo!
Well, honestly, I'm not spending large amounts of money because, I have a mortgage now and a wife. So it's hard to spend a lot of money on video games. But I'm looking forward to the February 14th release of For Honor.
Okay.
It just looks... I don't know. It looks like a fun game that... a smash up between, like, a fighting game or a brawling game, and... Dynasty Warriors kind of aspect too. At least that's what some of the trailers look like. Apparently the beta's out right now.
Beta. Oh, there's a closed beta that starts tomorrow that goes through the 29th.
Okay. Yeah, there's a beta going out now, and I haven't played it. I ain't on it. I guess some people are. So I don't know exactly how great it's going to be or anything like that. It may be horrible. I just know that. From what I've seen,
that's the one where you get to play as like knights and Vikings. And
there's knights, Vikings, and samurai.
Okay.
But from what I've seen, it looks pretty interesting. It looks like a fun little game.
Yeah, it's one of those ones I would have to someone would have to buy it, and I'd have to play it before I would actually give it a actual buy from just from what I've seen.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very interesting.
Yeah. It's one of those ones I'm really worried about just because of all the big games that have gotten all the hype lately.
Right.
Have always fallen off and not been good. And not been oh, they didn't meet the hype. But just not been good. So.
Oh, yeah. Let's say, what's the number one game that I can think of that's like that?
No Man's Sky.
You ruined what I was going to say.
Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is the other big one.
Watch Dogs 2?
No, just the first one.
Oh, the first one, yeah. That was just awful. I was going to say, I didn't hear Watch Dogs 2 failed.
No. Watch Dogs, they were like, oh my god, it's the best game ever. And then, they came out and they were like,
the only reason I even own Watch Dogs is because it came free with my graphics card.
Right. That's where it got. That was a couple weeks after, or a couple months after it came out. They were just like, please play this game.
Yeah. No, it was right when it came out. NVIDIA is really good. If you buy their graphics cards for computers, they'll be like, here, this is the newest awesome game that this video card can handle. Have it.
Yeah. When does Horizon Zero Dawn come out?
Horizon Zero Dawn comes out February 28th.
Okay, so I've got time.
Yeah.
In the same time, though, I'm not making a lot of money right now. I'm trying to get a new job. So money's tight, so I might just be paying on my Switch for right now.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's $300 for the Switch, which is a good price point.
Yeah. And then, what, 60 for Zelda.
Zelda. Yep. Yeah. And then I might be throwing in another 50 and getting Bomberman. I might wait, or I might just buy it digitally.
Yeah.
I don't see it being a really bulky game as far as data goes.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah. So those two games. And another one, we both looked at and looks interesting. This is at the end of March, March 30th. Has Been Heroes.
Yeah.
I keep hearing tons of people talking about this game, saying that they think it looks good. So we decided to look into it a little bit.
Yeah, and that's a Switch exclusive.
No, it's not.
Right?
No.
No?
It's actually coming out on all three systems
Oh, cool.
That's the way everyone was talking. It was going to be a Switch exclusive, but at least when at GameStop and a couple other things, they kept just mentioning it only about it being on the Switch. So apparently that's just where it's getting advertised so much too. But it's a $20 game, so maybe PlayStation and Xbox are like, whatever, we don't care, go ahead, have the advertisements to this one.
Right.
But Has Been Heroes is a little 2D. They call it a roguelike, so roguelikes I always find aggravatingly fun.
Yeah, typically yes.
But they're fun. It's a little action RPG game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's almost like a weird cross between like a classic RPG where like your characters are on the left and the enemies are on the right, but the enemies that are on the right kind of march towards you like Plants vs. Zombies style, and you have to attack them, and you're in like 3 different rows with your characters. So
yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah, and you get like equipment and stuff level up
there's
the characters.
200 items and 100 spells you can unlock. 30 hours of gameplay.
Yeah, and I mean it's just a cool little like indie game, so it might be worth checking out for sure.
I mean, it kind of reminds me of how like it feels like it could be a fun little game like what Castle Crashers is on a whole tier of its own. But,
yeah.
Like it could be like, one of those gem games that kind of comes out like Castle Crashers ended up being.
Yeah. But I think Castle Crashers was like unexpected. Like it just was like out of nowhere.
And
it just became huge. But
at least that's I bought that game and we just played it. I had almost every single weapon and character unlocked, and then all of a sudden something happened. My data got corrupted, and for some reason I had 10 random weapons. Like, not like, oh, these are the easiest 10 weapons, like, it's at a random save point. No, it's like, this is the final weapon that you could have unlocked. You still have that one. You still have the, like, 3rd weapon. You still have the 15th weapon, and you still have the 20th weapon. Like, okay, that makes no sense whatsoever. But
that's a little odd.
Yeah, so I haven't played Castle Crashers since that happened. That was aggravating. I had so many hours into that game to unlock all that shit.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just looking forward to all these games. There's gonna be a crap ton of games coming out for the next couple months. Between like now, I know. Yeah. I mean, hopefully I get to where I have no time. Right now I have too much time and not enough money, so yeah, I've got the opposite problem as you.
Well, I think it's about that time. We're at an hour 32.
Yeah.
So, those of you listening now and streaming with us and stuff, thank you for joining us. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for streaming. However you're listening to us, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for following us on Facebook or just listening to us and downloading us every week. We do appreciate that. We're looking to get a little bit more involved. We're going to be getting Twitter and things all back up. We're going to be putting us everywhere else we can try to be. So, yeah, just stay tuned, listen to us. Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah. Also, we're going to be up on SoundCloud here soon. We technically are up on SoundCloud. But
right.
we're
uploading our whole back catalog.
Yeah, so. I tried uploading the whole back catalog, and it only allows you to have 3 hours. So when I started uploading it all, I did it too fast, and now it says I have like 500 and some minutes over the 3 hours that I'm allowed to. So yeah, it's mad at me right now. So until we get that whole thing fixed up, and pay for the pro and everything, we ain't gonna have a lot on SoundCloud, but we'll get it up there for you. Another way you can listen to us. Also, if you want to play like Heroes with us, Joe, I guess we're both Joe, but my tag on there is Parfluzio. Send me a message or a friend request or something like that. We'll play. I generally hop on at least once a week to play it. Same thing, Xbox Parfluzio, and I'm Seizure Man 88 on Nintendo and PlayStation.
Yeah, I need to see what I can do about getting all my stuff kind of consolidated to like one user ID, because I currently don't, because I change stuff way too often. Let's see. So on Heroes, I am Bearjow. It's BEARJOW. I am Oberon _359 on the PlayStation. That's OBERON _359. And that's where I'm currently playing most of my games. I'm trying to get League back up and running, but that's a story for a different time.
I'm so mad that PlayStation won't let you change your user ID.
Yeah, you can just release like your real name. That's about it.
Like, I would pay the $20 to change it, or $10 or whatever. Like I did it on the Xbox.
Right.
Let me do it on the PlayStation. Make $20. It's not that hard. I mean,
I agree.
It doesn't matter. So, anyways, from us over here at Nerdgasmic, thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Good night.